era dawns for the F4 British Championship, certified by FIA. And that, for me, the FIA bit, absolutely key. This is the championship that's recognised as the official rung on the ladder towards Formula One in this country. And the grid is full of very, very strong links to the ladder, which we'll come to. Here's how they line up then for round 3 of the championship. Alex Dunne on pole, Aiden Neate is alongside, Ugo Achukwu next up from Ollie Gray, and then Eduardo Cosseteng and Daniel Ginchard on row 3. Row 4, Joseph Loke with Michael Shin, then it's Ed Pearson and Georgi Dimitrov, Joel Pearson and Noah Lyle on the 6th row of the grid, which is completed by Adam Fitzgerald, Oliver Stewart and Daniel Mavlyatov. As we get ready for 20 minutes of ROKiT F4 British Championship action here at Donington Park. Away we go. A couple of drivers looking to try and swap places. Joseph Loke makes a good start in the 84 car. That was the machine that flicked over to the left-hand side as you look at the screen, but it was a good start by Alex Dunne, who gets away extremely well indeed. Second position, Aiden Neate. Third position, Ugo Achukwu. They've all made it round. We had a really good race, a little bit settled at the early parts of race 2, but it really came alive for the last third of the race.
Oh, Pearson going down the inside at Old Hairpin there, making up a place. A good move for him.
Past Ginchard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Ginchard has also been passed by one of the Virtuosi cars as well. A little bit of dust as they go into McLean's.
Yep, so that was Ed Pearson making up the move, but Dunne looking for his second win of the weekend. He is looking at doubling up in the F4
bit of contact there. He's lost his front wing there.
Yeah, that was the Adam Fitzgerald in the 88 car, the young Irishman who had a little bit of problem. We had a couple of cars touching in race number 1, and the first retirements of this new specification car in race number 1. The likes of Ollie Gray, who ended up with a puncture and pitted. Aiden Neate went out as well. It's Neate in second position, but once again Alex Dunne looking to check out and disappeared down the road. And although he wasn't on pole for the first race of the weekend, he did make very good strides indeed in those early stages to get up ahead of Ugo and Aiden Neate.
And you've got Ed Pearson on Shin here, coming down Craner curves. He got a bit of a run out of Redgate. He's actually passed him already before the next left, going into Old Hairpin now. So good move from Pearson on his teammate Shin. Side by side as they come down Craners.
Georgie's got the inside run here. Dimitrov goes through back where he was at the front of race number 2, the partially reverse grid race. Also coming up in the mix is Ed Pearson, so good to see Ed getting in it as well. And he'll remember, of course, racing with Dimitrov in juniors, I think, and the Virtuosi car. Virtuosi, one of the teams that are expanding out of F2, looking to try and get stuck in here.
Loke's got that move back, got that position back. He went round the outside there, and just he could see Ed Pearson come in, so he managed to get back past his teammate. So great bit of driving from those JHR guys, but this is dragging in the Virtuosi and the Joel Pearson, Chris Dittman car as well.
It's 15 cars racing this weekend. A bit of a change going on here. Oliver Stewart having a go at Joel Pearson. Side by side they go. Oliver Stewart, top carter in the UK. Massive amounts of travelling those guys have got to do down from Inverness, and he's getting really stuck in here. Daniel Ginchard in behind in the 49 machine, so he's getting stuck in as well. But Oliver Stewart gets the move done on Joel Pearson.
Yeah, but he's coming back at him as well. You've got Ginchard who's also trying to push Joel Pearson along, but he got a good cut back there. Didn't quite have the momentum, but Ginchard now trying to go on the outside. You've got 3. Oh, there's a little bit of a lock-up. I don't know if there's any contact, but a little bit of a lock-up as he breaks for the chicane. Got away with it. That's held up Joel Pearson. Now Ginchard is coming.
Yeah, Noah Lyle's coming in as well. Noah, I thought, was going to get in front of Ginchard, who goes to the right of the screen as we look at it, and he's trying to sweep around the outside of Joel Pearson. Chris Dittman car. Is Ginchard going to be able to do it? Ginchard wants to recreate some of the battles he had, the epic battles he had in karting with Oliver Stewart, who's at the front of that quartet at the moment.
Let's see it again as he just decides to try and get on the inside. The rear comes out slightly, then he locks the front right. Collected it very well though, didn't he?
That was absolutely superb, and I'll tell you what, if Cosseteng was looking in his mirrors, he'll know that he's there and he's under pressure, and he's soaking it up pretty well thus far, which is good to see. We've got a lap to go after this one. As you can see, the clock is ticking down, so Ugo Achukwu, look at this, going to cross the line now.
10 seconds
onto another lap. He'd have been quite happy to have the checker then and there, but I tell you what, doesn't need that because he's got that lead, which has gone out to 5.7 seconds now. Aiden Neate on his way to a podium of the 57 car and a first podium of the year and a retirement in race 2. So a terrific way for Aiden Neate to bounce back from that.
Yeah, he was very unlucky in race 2, wasn't he? There's another lock-up there, as you can see. Ugo just trying to... Yeah, there do seem to be a lot of lock-ups in these new F4 cars. There's obviously something very different that they're struggling with just to make sure they get the feel in the brake pedal. The other thing that a few of them were struggling with in race 1 and 2 were with obviously the race starts. There's a few that stalled, weren't there? So obviously in this race it was a little bit easier, and they managed to sort those issues out that they had in other races, so it's good to get them all off the line. But Ugo still piling the pressure on as they come through McLean's. There's 2 more corners to go. You've got Coppis, which is the uphill right-hander, and then you've got the final chicane, but that's job done for Dunne.
Yeah, Alex Dunne, we're back into territory we haven't seen for a while. That is a hat-trick on race weekend, very nearly one, as he takes his 2nd win of the season. It's 2 wins and a 2nd place. There's Aiden Neate, 2nd place. Congratulations, Aiden Neate, for 2nd position. 3rd is going to go to Ollie Gray, coming out now. There he is. Gray takes 3rd place, and Kosatang is going to hold off. It was a great drive by Kosatang and Ugo Achukwu to dice for 4th and 5th. We didn't see too many goes at an overtake, but those two were playing mental cat and mouse in the car for sure, and they wind up 4th and 5th.
Yeah, great bit of driving from those guys. So yeah, if you go with the F1 junior programme, you've got Williams that finished 3rd, you've got McLaren who finished 5th, and then Ginchard struggled in that race, finished 10th. Obviously, Merck, young driver.
That's a lovely perspective on those results, Phil, and just to say, underlines what's going on. The rookie place, a rookie podium for Oliver Stewart as well, the rookie win going to Achukwu with Ginchard 2nd, and Oliver Stewart, I think that's his 1st rookie podium in the championship, so congratulations to him, and there's always something to write about. But the main headlines are going to be about this youngster, the young Irishman. He's a great lad. He was in the Ginetta Junior Scholarship, I think 4 years ago, and saw him testing at Brands Hatch a few weeks ago when there was some general testing on, and him and his dad came over and reintroduced themselves, and they're a really lovely family, and he's a great lad and a very, very quick driver as well.
Yeah,
at that stage he hadn't signed, he was just testing him, and I said, "You're going to do it, aren't you?" He said, "Well, I don't think so, I don't know." But ultimately came for the 1st round, and I'd love to see him back.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's 2 wins out of 3. That's a superb job from the Hitech driver.
Hitech GP team obviously absolutely delighted with that. Aiden Neate, Finsis by Argenti, and then Carlin. 3 different teams on the podium, and however you look at this, the way the championship's been set up to have different drivers and different teams up at the sharp end, it's been wonderful to see. And we've had great weather, been blessed with terrific weather this weekend as well to host this racing. Well, here's how they finished round 3 of the ROKiT F4 British Championship, certified by FIA. And it's a win number 2 for Alex Dunne. Aiden Neate in 2nd from Ollie Gray. Eduardo Kosatang holds off Ugo Achukwu for 4th. 6th is Georgi Dimitrov. And then Ed Pearson and Michael Shin, who had a very close race, the Virtuosi teammates, 7th and 8th. 9th was Joseph Loke. 10th position runner-up in the rookies was Daniel Ginchard. The rookie podium completed by Oliver Stewart from Noah Lyle, then Joel Pearson in 13th, Daniel Mavliotov in 14th, and after he stopped to replace the broken nose, 15th was Adam Fitzgerald.